In the beginning, God created the heavens and He created the earth. He created every living thing upon the earth. Thousands of years later, along comes myself, Ed Waters, and I created Freecircle so I could bring you the fireside. We want to bring you truth with integrity, insight that's right, and stories that matter the most today. So climb on in, buckle up, let's take a ride on the fireside. Stepping away. Sometimes stepping away is the hardest thing we will ever have to do, especially when it's with someone or something that we love. Because when you love something, it's like an addiction. You get high off of it. Love is addictive. And when you love someone or something, it's hard to step away. It's hard to realize what you're into sometimes, how you're being treated. So, stepping away is hard to do. And sometimes people don't realize when they have to break away. I have a muddy shoe life theory that I always throw out. Life is like a muddy shoe, and when you're walking down the trail of life, it's like walking through a trail of mud. And if you've walked through mud with your shoes, that clay mud, that heavy mud that sticks to your shoes and just clumps up, and it gets heavy. Well, that's like, that heavy mud is like people and situations, things that weight you down in life. Sometimes you've got to find a rock or a log and just scrape that heavy stuff off so it's not as heavy, so you can maintain your voyage down the trail of life and not wear yourself out. When you love someone or something so much, it's hard to walk away from it. Sometimes that's probably the best thing for you to do. I don't like breakups. That's really bad for everybody. However, sometimes you gotta walk away, because the most important thing of all is how you feel about you and where you are. Because nobody else can change that for you except yourself. So when you're on the voyage of life and you're walking down that muddy trail, often evaluate how thick the mud on your shoe is and wipe those shoes off. Sometimes it's the hardest thing that we can do. And to develop the skills, you have to do it. That's easier said than done at times, but you can do it. If you're in a situation and you're not feeling valued or understood, or you cannot predict what's happening. Sometimes you just gotta step on, pick up the heels, and slap the feet to a new beat. Sometimes that could be the best thing that you've ever done in your life, because doors are everywhere. When one closes, another opens. Don't be afraid to go through it. You've got to feel comfortable, you've got to feel valued, and you've got to feel good about who and what you are doing in life. Sometimes you've got to open that door yourself and step out and find another door. So, I don't like to advocate leaving jobs or relationships or situations, but if it's a bad thing for you, that's what you've got to do. You've got to maintain your own attitude, your own willingness, because when their mud gets heavy, they will wipe you off. Believe me. I've been there so many times in life. And that's when I picked up the muddy shoe theory. It's like, well, wait a minute. I'm not getting much out of this. And I'm putting 190, 150% in. Evaluate yourself often. What you're doing in life, where you are in life, who you surround yourself in life, and what and why you are doing it. Life is hard. Don't make it any harder. Evaluate, simplify, and find people that really want you around. They want your opinion. They want you to collaborate. They want you to confide in them. You know, when you walk through life and you keep holding on to the heavy stuff that makes you feel bad, that's what it's going to do, is end up bad. So whatever you do, wherever you are, evaluate yourself. Find out, are you happy? Do you love doing what you're doing? If you love what you're doing, find someplace else to do it. There's always some place for you. There's always someone for you. So evaluate yourself. Check your situations. Sometimes you just got to walk away and say, enough. And start over. Starting over is not easy to do. But you can do it. And like I said, evaluate yourself. Make sure you understand who and what you are around. And is it really where you should be? You know, the number one thing in life is communication, collaboration, and community. To be accepted and to be involved, that's where you need to be. Find it. You can do it. Reach out for it. The only thing holding you back is fear. And what do you have to fear but fear itself? Well, that's it for another Free Circle Fireside. Thank you for joining us. You can find us on the web at freecircle.website. You can join in on the live shows or leave a message and we'll get your voice out over the message. The call-in line is 971-533-7805. Join Free Circle, get your voice out, And thank you for joining the fireside. Ed, Free Circle.